Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99. I'm back with another video. Make sure y'all subscribe. All right, y'all. Shout out to Jerry D. I'm back with this video for him, man. He wanted me to go back and do a just kind of a post-fight breakdown, or just look back at the Petr Yan and Jose Aldo fight. Really, man, just going back and looking at this one, man. Petr Yan, he's just right now he's just a fresher guy, man. It just comes down to the guy who's stronger, younger, and wants it more, whereas Jose Aldo, I'm not going to count him out and say that he didn't try, but he hasn't looked the best in his past few fights now, and I think it's coming down to that time where he's really starting to show that wear and tear, and it might be time to hang it up pretty soon. I mean, Jose, he could give it a try maybe 2 more times, but as far as like a title shot, I think this might be one of the last times, unless he really does something completely different and just turns around. But this fight here, just knowing that Yan was a former sparring partner with Jose Aldo, it was really going to come down to Yan really capitalizing off of what Aldo, his strengths, his weaknesses, all of that, and this really turned out to be a good striking match. Jose Aldo showed good boxing skill, over the past few years, since he's worked with Robert Garcia a little bit, sparred with Mikey Garcia. He's really been stepping up his boxing skills and his feints and jabs. Definitely looked impressive, man. The only thing was his stamina didn't hold. His stamina didn't hold up. That, and you got a consistent guy like Petr Yan who's just going to keep trying. Who's just going to keep making adjustments throughout the fight to really break you down. And sooner or later, it was going to catch up to Jose, which it did in that 5th round. Just going back and looking at the fight in round 1, Yan, he was trying to establish that distance with his jab. But like I said, although he was using some nice feints to get in, about 2 minutes in, he was just working a nice jab. And Yan, he found a home for his right hand. He was finding a home for his right hand that was going to be a signature punch for him throughout the fight. But although his signature move was that leg kick, he was using that nice leg kick to that nice right leg kick to Petr Yan. He's really ripping that lead leg and, dropped him with one on. He threw a fierce leg kick, sweep kick, and just dropped Petr Yan. But Petr Yan bounced back up, and although, again, showing that good boxing skill, he threw a nice right hook to the body and just going downstairs. And to me, he was controlling the round, but when he shot in for that takedown towards the end of the round, Yan, he kind of slipped out of the way, and Aldo wound up on the bottom, and man, Yan just started letting go. He just started letting that ground and pound go. I thought the fight was about to be over, because he connected with a good left to the rib cage of Aldo, and Aldo kind of like, you could see him like freeze a little bit, and he just like shelled up in the last 10 seconds of the round. So I thought the fight was about to be over. So Yan really bounced back and took that round. He stole the round, in my opinion, but I still think that the earlier part of the round, Aldo was showing better boxing skill. Round 2, Aldo again was controlling the pace, landing those leg kicks, and Yan right away, he tried to make that southpaw adjustment, but it wasn't as effective because Jose was still tagging that right leg. When he switched position, he was still tagging that leg and just really ripping him and keeping him back. But Yan started switching to orthodox, landing some nice body shots. Jose, lighting that leg up, man. He was just lighting it up until Yan switched back to southpaw. Even in this position, Jose just had, to me, a solid round with just working the jab and switching levels, landing left hooks to the body, right kicks to the midsection. Yan, to me, when he switched to southpaw in the 2nd round, he was really just trying to find the rhythm of Aldo. He was trying to find that rhythm of Aldo as a southpaw, so sooner or later he could start landing that left hand, which he landed a couple of times. But Jose, he won the 2nd round hands down, just with his boxing. Round 3, started off some good striking again. Jose still timing and landing his right kick to the body, landing his jab, but Aldo making that adjustment as a southpaw. He started finding home with his right jab and his left hand. But Jose's pressure was nice as he was backing Yan up and just kind of landing those body strikes too. But Yan, that's the thing, man. Like Yan, he's taking shots, he's eating shots to the leg, but he's also giving shots, and he's not showing any frustration. And to me, this is where I was like, okay, Jose looks like he's landing more shots and looking impressive with the hands, but at the same time, if you look at the body language, you can kind of see Jose kind of get a little bit tired because he's constantly trying to chip away at Yan, but Yan is staying consistent. Yan doesn't look frustrated. Yan is switching to southpaw, trying to get his rhythm going, whereas Jose, he's staying consistent with his boxing, but he's starting to show a little bit of he's starting to show a little bit of fatigue, in my opinion. And Yan came back in that last minute of the round with a good hustle, with a combination. And Jose, he was landing single shots. So while he was landing these single shots, Yan was going in there landing hooks to the body, going back up to the head. And the momentum at the end of round 3 was more so in Yan's favor. So I gave this round to Jose again, round 3, but the adjustments that really started to show were from Yan, and he carried it over into round 4. He started picking that pace up with his left hand and really putting pressure on Aldo. He started landing the combinations. Aldo was really trying to smother the work and get his own body shots in, but Yan was just being faster. He was just stepping in, stepping out, and walking Jose down, landing his own body kicks and leg kicks. Now he started like turning the tables on him, and these adjustments were really making Jose work harder. And that's why I said he was really starting to show signs of gassing out even in that 4th round. So with Jose on the back foot trying to run, he's trying to avoid the Yan attack. Yan gets him on the fence, starts landing. He lands a good right hand, some uppercuts. I thought he was about to end it in the 4th round, because he really started turning it up and he started busting Jose up. And that round, solid round for Yan. Like I said, he picked that pace up from round 3 into round 4 and just made it dominant. So when we go into round 5, I don't know what the ref was thinking, but Yan, when he connected with that 1-2 and sent Jose reeling back into the fence and then landed like a little right hook and Jose just went down, Yan jumped on Jose. He jumped on him and he landed like, I was counting these shots. Now he landed maybe like 15, 20 unanswered shots, even around that little guard where Jose had his hands up blocking his head. He landed like a good 15, 20 shots. So the referee really could have stepped in here. Jose was not doing anything at this point. He was trying to shell up and defend himself. He wasn't tapping, but at the same time, that's up to the referee to make that call. When you can sit there and count over 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 shots, it's time to stop it. He's sitting here tagging him around the side of the head. He's hitting him in the body, going to the other side of his head, left ear, right ear. And you can see the blood coming out. And when Jose like turns over onto the mat, blood's just like rubbing all over the mat. Till finally, like, a minute 30 left in the round, the referee steps in. And I was just like, man, like, Aldo was really in no position in the beginning. As soon as he hit the mat, he wasn't in any position to really defend himself. So I say, like, when he took those first 5, 6 shots, the referee could have went on and said, I'm stopping it. Because, he was in, like, a fetal position and, just, like, sitting there for a while. And Yan was just unloading on him, But finally, he did stop it. Like I said, it went like 2 or 3 minutes longer than it should have. This was a very impressive performance by Yan. Like I said, Jose early on had he had a good offense, good boxing, but he just got worn down by the more consistent younger champion in Yan. Yan was just a lot more hungry, and he was just ready to make the adjustments he had to throughout the fight. He said, okay, let me switch to southpaw. And let me find that rhythm of Jose. I might have to give up a round or 2, but when I find that rhythm, I'm going to break him apart because he's working hard. He's really working harder than he should. Sometimes, like they say, it's better to fight. Well, it's always better to fight smart than it is fight hard. And I think Yan, he fought smart in this one. He kind of fought at a good pace that Aldo couldn't keep up with. Soon as he turned it up, Aldo was already gassed, and he just put it on him, man. He just put it on him. Like I said, a lot of unnecessary punishment in round 5. But shout out to Petr Yan. He put on a good performance. He deserves to be champion. He beat a legend. As for Jose Aldo, like I said, I might give him maybe like 2 or 3 more fights just to kind of see where he's at. I hate to just count a champion out like that. Maybe if he just goes back and kind of works on some things, maybe the cardio a little bit, and really kind of work on his pacing again, work on his timing in a fight. But maybe 2 fights. Maybe I'll say maybe 1 or 2 fights just to see where he stands now. Maybe if not, if he can't look good in 2 more fights, then maybe I'd say it's time to hang it up. As for Yan, man, I'd like to see him in there with somebody like Marlos Moraes. Moraes, if that's how you pronounce his name. That's the number one contender at bantamweight, or the number 2 guy, Aljamain Sterling. Aljamain Sterling, he's a pretty exciting fighter. Not a lot of people mentioned him. Like Jerry Dean said, like Aljamain Sterling, he's a pretty solid fighter. He puts on a show. So I'd like to see either one of those guys in there with y'all next. But yeah, man, that's all I got on this, guys. I thought this was a good fight. All 5 fights on the main card were good. That Max Holloway fight, I know a lot of people kind of felt like it did go Max's way, but that's how it is sometimes. You just can't leave it in the hands of the judges like that, man. But yeah, man, that's all I got on this, guys. Let me know what y'all want to see Jose do from here. Do you think he should retire? And Petr Yan, who you want to see him fight next? That's all I got, guys. Make sure y'all subscribe. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Peace.